Hello and welcome to Long Beach Lens. I'm your host, Derek J. Simpson, Executive Director of the Long Beach Community Action Partnership. Today we have two amazing guests in the studio, the Executive Director of the LAOC Regional Consortium and the Assistant Dean of the LBCC School of Career and Technical Education. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Adrian Alex Davis and Anthony Pagan. How are you guys?
Great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. So a lot of information to cover, and I'm so happy to have you both here. Alex, you and I go way back in terms of our careers and the way things have intersected and come full circle. But for those who don't know what the LAOC Consortium is, it's such an amazing overview that you give. Can you share that, and we can move from there?
Yeah, so the state of California is comprised of regional consortia where geographically colleges are grouped together, and there's 7 regional consortia across the state of California. Okay. Now, the purpose of the regional consortia is to really bring new program development, do professional development with our member colleges, faculty, our deans, those who have tasks around career technical education. Okay. And so Los Angeles Orange County Regional Consortium is the largest of all 7. Wow. And we are comprised of 28 colleges. 28 colleges across 15 districts. Okay. 4 of those districts exist in Orange County, along with 9 colleges. Okay. And 11 of those districts exist in LA County across 19 colleges. And
we're showing that graphic to let people see, just
absolutely,
in case there's someone who's in proximity to one of those colleges.
Yes. And we have Long Beach City College with us today, which is one of our members. And it's really, the power of 15 district leaders coming together to collaborate across the region. Of course, they have to take care of their districts and their colleges, but this is a time where collaboration is key to make sure we build a culture of completion with our students, a culture of transfer, and a culture of job placement. And the leaders within the regional consortium are all on board with that.
Just to stick with that for just a moment, Alex, if I'm a student, give me an example of how these types of collaborations would help me matriculate from where I'm sitting at home on the couch through to success. What would an example of that look like?
Well, let's just talk about the K-12 system.
Okay.
So they are a natural partner of the community colleges, right? And so we have our deans, our outreach people who work at the middle school level, up to the high school level, and present opportunities for students to accumulate college level credit classes while they're in middle and high school, so that it accelerates their progress to obtaining certificates of achievement and associate degrees. So while they're at the high school and the middle school, there's a thing we call articulation.
Right.
Where the faculty from our colleges work with the teachers at the high school and the middle school, and they look at curriculum. Okay. And if the curriculum is compatible, then they deliver the curriculum at the high school, or they can deliver it at the community college where the students come over. Then they get credit for that, and they get it transcribed on their transcript, right? Okay. And so when they finally decide to come over to Long Beach City College, now they have approximately 12 units or so of college level classes. Guess what? That really decreases their time to completion, right? So that's one of the ways we partner with the secondary system.
Okay, now Anthony, you're relatively new in your role?
As far as, an associate dean, yes. I was a full-time faculty member for 5 years at Long Beach City College prior to moving over to administration.
Okay, and in your administrative role, what does that encompass as it relates to this consortium?
Well, one of the things that Alex keyed in on is I'm really involved with the dual enrollment program. We have Long Beach Unified School District is our feeder system. And over the course of the last few years, from a faculty perspective as well as moving on to the administration, we're developing more course offerings for our students. So this current semester, we're offering 5 classes ranging from computer hardware fundamentals to social media, to some of the GE-focused courses like psychology and communications, and really giving them a well-rounded experience before they even graduate high school. And to Alex's point, you're getting between 12 to 14 units of college credit before you even graduate. And especially with the Long Beach Promise, that's potentially 2 years of your college education for free. So it's a really great program. It's developing traction. We're working with our partners in Long Beach Unified School District, and we're going to double our course offerings for the spring semester. So a great, exciting time to be a Long Beach Unified School District student, and hopefully a Long Beach City College student moving forward.
Let me stick with you and be selfish for a moment and say, you say how you're working with Long Beach Unified School District, but for instance, we're a nonprofit agency in the city of Long Beach, and I say this for you as well, Alex. How can we play a bigger role? Because for instance, we have 2,000 people that come through our door that are lower income each year for utility assistance, most of which either have children themselves or know of children. So though you're reaching out through the school districts, how can the greater community play a role in being supportive? Because you mentioned a collaborative as a key word in this. But Anthony, let me start with you and that question. What do you see as that potential role if it doesn't already exist?
Absolutely. Well, I think the component that we are striving to really strengthen is the pipeline to career opportunities for those students, the work-based learning model as an example.
Which is what this studio is all about.
Absolutely, and the fact that I'm learning about this for the first time, that it exists, it's very exciting because we have film students, we have high schools that have pathways that lead toward the arts, and so I think that's a great fit because now, in addition to giving them a quality experience at Long Beach City College as far as the courses that they're taking, now they have work-based learning experiences that they have access to, and to put those skills, the theory, the knowledge to work. So I think that's an exciting opportunity for our students, and we're looking forward to developing that partnership and that collaboration.
Yeah. And I might add is that you're a natural partner to the community college system, and it's our goal as community colleges to really bring in the partners who have resources that will further enhance the knowledge of our students and get them acclimated to the industry, right? And so there's a natural link between classroom instruction and practical experience, but really gets them prepared for the career. And so a place like PadNet TV is a natural partner, a natural resource for the community colleges.
Now, Anthony, you mentioned several different programs, and let's start first with the Energy Construction Consortium. What is that? And again, if I'm that person sitting at home or trying to figure out what my next strategy is for my career, why would that program be important?
I think in today's day and age, with the economy being where it's at, there are we see development going on all around us. If you go to downtown Long Beach, you look at all the construction that's going around, all these high-rise buildings, and that's so many jobs and career opportunities for our students. So with the Energy Construction Consortium project, we are really revamping curriculum. We're providing students with that pipeline to gain access to those employers, and things from the standpoint of if I have an interest in welding, as an example, or metal fabrication, those skills translate over to that construction industry. So really exciting times where to kind of connect back to what Alex was saying earlier, the collaboration. Now it's more interdisciplinary focused as far as what we're offering for our students from a curriculum perspective. We're not operating solely in these silos of, I'm just going to weld sheet metal and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to have a more holistic experience from the standpoint of construction. So really exciting time.
And that's important, and we will have one of your colleagues on a different show to talk about, yes, all that construction is going on downtown, but how do we ensure that the appropriate demographics of Long Beach residents actually get access to those opportunities? And if they're not trained and ready, how can we as a community proactively prepare our residents here in Long Beach for such opportunities to come? So what you're saying is key, and we as a community really need to to understand your strategy so that collectively as nonprofit executives and other leaders that we can partner with you. Collaborations are so key, Alex. When you think
Absolutely.
about your consortium, what makes you proudest about it? Because you said there are others in the state, but what makes ours unique in LA and Orange County?
Well, we are the epitome of workforce in the Los Angeles Orange County Regional Consortium. We have the power of 15 district leaders, 5 chancellors. 10 of those are single college districts, superintendent and presidents, and they get it. They get the vision. They understand that bringing the natural partners in, like the workforce development boards, the chambers of commerce, the economic development corporation, nonprofits, community-based organizations, we have to listen to the voices of our community, our industry, our employers, to even begin developing curriculum and training that's relevant to the skills that are needed in the workforce. And so the programs that Anthony just mentioned, those are all done with the collaboration of partners. We can't develop programs in silos and just think that it's going to be relevant. And so that's exciting because we have legislation now that allows us to bring in those partners. Our regional goals align with these partners, and so we're all meeting the same outcomes from our respective institutions, but we're doing it in a collaborative way, which really works for our students because now we have the resources to set them up for success.
And there are students who are trying to figure out which way to go in terms of their careers.
Right.
And I always say my greatest fear is I don't know what I don't know.
Exactly.
And you have outreach such as the flyers that we were showing to
Right.
say
Yes.
that these are some of the possibilities.
Yeah.
It's time for a short break, okay? We got so many questions and so little time.
Yes.
We're going to take that short break, and when we come back, we will continue our conversations with Dr. Davis and Anthony Pagan. Stay tuned for more of Long Beach Lens.
Life is a series of unfortunate events. Your boss throws a coffee cup at you, your partner breaks up with you, your car gets damaged by a pothole, your landlord ambushes you, your credit card maxes out, your car insurance expires, your stomach is rumbling because of all the food in the fridge has gone stale. It takes a lifetime to figure out your life, but it only takes one day to figure out how to use a DSLR. Take a break from the unfortunate events.
Want to make a video? Check out our content crash course. In 3 hours, you get a plan of production, film your ideas, and edit a finished product. Each class focuses on a different genre, style, or show format, such as short films, how-to videos, talk shows, music videos, and more. Check out padnet.tv for the latest theme in the class.
Welcome back. I'm Derek J. Simpson, and we are here having a great discussion with Dr. Davis and from the LAOC Regional Consortium and Anthony Pagan from Long Beach City College School of Career and Technical Education. So much information about great things going on in this collaborative. But during the break, we were talking about developing projects and collaborations or for collaborations. Give us more insight on that, Alex, and how it works.
So Anthony spoke a little bit about the programs that are within the college, the instructional area. And so if you think about health programs, nursing, they have a laboratory at hospitals. They do clinical rotations. Child development has the Child Development Center where the students can interact with the kids. And so many of our other career technical educations programs need a practicum. And that's under the auspice of work-based learning.
Gotcha.
If it's guest speakers in the classroom or getting internship in a facility like PatNat, right? So there's opportunities to work alongside with our colleagues at the colleges to really develop those practicums so that students can really enhance their knowledge, right, about the industry that they're going into. So great opportunity for community partners.
So I'm going to use us as an example, again,
Yes.
being selfish here.
Yes.
We have several different ways we could possibly go. We have our studio here.
Absolutely.
Then we have our music program. We have our
Music.
photography program, our silk screening program. So
Right.
we also do energy and weatherization programs. So you're saying if a nonprofit or a local organization kind of looks at themselves and tries to say, well, how might this be a collaborative opportunity,
Right.
then you have someone that could come out and talk about, well, these three might not work, but this one may.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Our colleges have music programs, different arts programs, and so I'll defer to Anthony to talk a little bit about those programs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want Anthony to talk about this program first.
Okay, and how those programs can collaborate with this program.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I know we've had people from your video production program for sure, but you said something very intriguing about the NetLab Cybersecurity program.
Yeah.
With all this going on, and I'm a victim this year of identity theft,
Oh, I'm sorry
It
to hear
wasn't
that.
me.
and it's changed my life in many ways, right?
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
so I'm intrigued about this because some people just don't realize when you go log on in a website in a coffee shop or other things, just how exposed you can be. And I still to this day don't know how it happened to me, but it's a critical thing. Not that it has anything to do with your cybersecurity program, but it's a lead into that. So tell us about that program.
I think you nailed it on the head there as far as getting the knowledge out, even just from the standpoint of being a user. So what are good practices when you're out and about doing your daily errands, whether it's at Starbucks and, hey, I need that Wi-Fi connection to handle X, Y, and Z. So that's part of the basic entry-level knowledge that we provide our students through our cybersecurity program. So just how to be a good user from the standpoint of security. And then we get into more in-depth knowledge and skill set from the standpoint of really securing and hardening your network, your PC, something as simple as closing certain ports on your firewall, as an example, knowing the difference of what sites to go to. Maybe I don't want to stream that free song from a site that may not be reputable. These are the things that we try to build into that. Now, on top of that knowledge or that foundation, we are gearing our students to a career in cybersecurity because the demand is huge right now. We don't have enough talent out there to support or to supply those available positions. So that's what we're really working on. So with the NetLab Cybersecurity program, it's a really great regional consortium led by Rio Hondo College. One of the things that I've been very fortunate to experience is having the support of fellow administrators like Gene Carbonaro, who's been a pioneer in really getting the 21st century skills to our students by getting us involved in such programs. And so now we have the funding to implement the infrastructure from the standpoint of a hardware perspective, and now everything's going virtual. So the fact that I can be a student but not necessarily need to go to the brick and mortar institution, Long Beach City College, to get the education, this program supplies that infrastructure so students, not only when they're learning inside the classroom, the valuable skills, the software, the applications, and what have you, but I can take that time and dial into that remote network and be in that virtual environment and really practice and master those skills. So we've been able to be on the first 2 rounds of funding and really develop and strengthen our infrastructure. And it's very costly. That's the thing that I don't believe many colleges understand going into, hey, this is what we want to offer. Cyber's hot, so let's go for it. But there's an expense involved, and we've been fortunate to have those funds available to us to really build our programs. And then those programs not only give those students a great experience, but they lead to certification and that pipeline to employment. And those are the matrices we're trying to move with our programs, is really have a strong pool for all these wonderful industry partners to pull from to get these people employed and really improve and enhance their quality of life.
And as I hear you say that, I see in my head the single mom that may have childcare issues, but that might prohibit them from going to class, but now you're saying that's accessible, or someone who has transportation issues of getting to and from, but now they can take advantage of such programs. Alex, when I hear this program, and he's talking about Rio Hondo, is that the power of the collaboration, that you're basically leveraging the strengths of the various partners to make something happen that otherwise wouldn't happen, right?
Yeah, and we have an investment of millions of dollars from the state of California under the Strong Workforce Initiative. And so many of our colleges, we have regional funds that come through the regional consortium, and then we have local funds that go through the districts, right, for local programming.
Okay.
And so the program that Anthony is talking about is a regional project that is led by Rio Hondo.
Okay.
And so, so Rio Hondo looks at the other colleges and see what opportunities there are to really build infrastructure and capacity to deliver the cybersecurity, which is really critical these days, really critical. And so we have projects like that all throughout LA and Orange County, some across both counties. Many of the projects are within the region to really respond to the needs of the workforce in the region. But we certainly have a great opportunity under our Strong Workforce program to build these collaborations and include partners, right?
Yeah, because I'm thinking we've got a computer lab right here, and there are people who are coming here that maybe it's just an informational session, let alone an actual class that might lead to people going to the college.
Yeah, that exploration is needed.
Exactly.
So the exploration for careers, it starts at the middle school level, where those students come to the college campuses and get tours to see what they're passionate about, right? We want them to work in the area of passion. And then also with community partners to see what's out there and what's available.
I don't want to leave without talking about the Center for Academic Excellence and Cybersecurity program. Tell us what that's all about.
Exciting times. We are Long Beach City College is one of 3 community colleges in all of California that has received this wonderful designation. It's a Center for Academic Excellence for our cybersecurity program. It's through Homeland Security and the NSA, and so it was quite a rigorous journey to receive that designation. And it just shows the level and quality of our program and the commitment of all the stakeholders involved that are required to get to that level. And so we're very proud of this achievement, and it's really been an added value for the students who attend and complete our programs.
Great. Alex, we're running out of time, but when you think about the consortium and the vision that you see going forward, how would you define success, both from the college's perspective and from a community perspective?
Well, I think success for me as the executive director is really leveling the playing field for our students, no matter where they are, and really intentionally bring in the resources within the region that really fill the gaps for them, right? We got the instruction down. We're doing great. We're building employer and industry partnerships, but now we have to really bring in those other resources, those wraparound resources like socioeconomic challenges that our students have, housing, transportation, those non-school related barriers that stop them from getting to the classroom.
Always an issue.
Yeah, the virtual connection that Anthony talked about. And so we've got to get back to the ecosystem, right? Where everyone has a role to play in setting our students up for success. So we're getting back to that as well. I mentioned our leaders. Our leaders are phenomenal. They have come together. They see the region as part of what they're responsible for. And so it starts there, and they have really set the example for the spirit of collaboration in our region.
Right.
Yeah.
What would be your elevator pitch for the programs at Long Beach City College, and what you want the community of Long Beach to know?
What I would really like the community of Long Beach to know is that we have that pipeline. We're hosting Saturday workshops for our Cyber Patriot program to give our students exposure, our high school students exposure to this potentially life-changing career. We also have a girls coding boot camp that we run as well. To Alex's point, getting out into the community, getting out into the ecosystem, we have the foundation and a pathway established for you to pursue something that can enhance your lives, can enhance your family's lives, and overall, you're going to get a great experience at Long Beach City College. We have great faculty, we have great administrators, and overall, it's a great place to spend the next 2 years of your life to really change and solidify your foundation to a bright and prosperous future.
Well, it's exciting news, and I think that our communities are well served knowing that we have leadership such as yours, because I know how passionate you are about the community and about what you do, and innovative in your thinking. And kudos to you for coming on board and really taking the mantle here locally. We need leaders like yourself, so thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you both.
Yeah,
this is a fun show, and we're going to see you back here.
Can we come back?
Absolutely.
Love to come back.
I'd like to thank Dr. Davis and Anthony Pagan for joining us on today's show. Be sure to follow PatNet TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates. We also welcome your comments and thoughts regarding this show as we strive to make Long Beach Lens a favorite source of local news, information, and entertainment. This show has been brought to you with support from the Long Beach Community Action Partnership. Thank you for watching Long Beach Lens.